Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to GeekU on Radio Free Radford with Lucas Goad. So, what about that weather? I'm not sure if you noticed or not, but it is really wet. So, if you haven't been outside at all today for some weird reason, make sure to bring an umbrella. It'll keep you dry. For the most part. Anyways, how about that Super Bowl the other day? Man, am I the only one that's happy to see the New England Patriots get what was coming to them? Don't get me wrong, Tom Brady is an impressive quarterback. In fact, he's the greatest of all time. And Bill Belichick, greatest coach of all time, but I gotta say, that was one of the dumbest moves I've ever seen. By benching Malcolm Butler. I mean, he's been your best defensive player for the last 3 years, and he's the one that sealed the deal for you in Super Bowl 49. So why not play him? I know that he may have broken a rule or two on curfew, but I mean, it's the Super Bowl. I think winning should come first. Oh well. I guess Tom Brady will just have to go home crying to his 5 Super Bowl rings, 4-time Super Bowl MVP trophies, 3-time NFL MVP trophies, his beautiful wife, and his kids. I feel bad for him. Anyways, congrats to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm so glad I don't live in the city of Philadelphia now because feels like a mixture of The Purge and Mad Max. Even the cops aren't following the rules. But anyways, I know a lot of you who are following GeekU probably don't even know what I'm talking about. The Super Bowl is a game between the top 2 NFL teams. The winner is the best. I know. It's very confusing, but trust me on that. But anyways, you didn't come here to hear me talk about football. You came here because you wanted to listen to what I had to say, which I like it when people are like that. So anyways, our first topic, the Han Solo trailer. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit underwhelmed by what they showed us at the Super Bowl. And to be fair, my excitement for the movie, it's one of my most anticipated movies of the year, but I mean, do we really need a Han Solo movie? All of his character development happened in the original trilogy. I don't see what they can show us before. And I mean, do we really need to see how Han Solo got the Millennium Falcon or how he met Lando Calrissian? I mean, it just takes a little bit of the mystery around the character away, if you ask me. But like I say with all these big budget movies, I'm willing to give it a shot. I know there are a lot of people out there that aren't sold on the guy playing Han Solo. And I'm not going to lie, I know people are going to bring up the argument that Chris Pine doesn't feel like a young William Shatner, but that's supposed to be a different continuity. I know it's technically the same universe, but it's a rebooted timeline. But he can get away with not feeling like the William Shatner version of the character because he most likely hasn't went through the same stuff that William Shatner went through. With this, he's supposed to be the same character he's supposed to be the same Han Solo from the original Star Wars trilogy. And he just doesn't feel like Harrison Ford. I don't know. The character that I'm most interested in seeing is Lando Calrissian. but pretty much it's just because he's being played by Donald Glover. And out of all the actors, I'm most interested in him because just in that one scene that you see him where he opens his mouth doesn't really do anything. But you're just like, yeah, that's Lando Calrissian. But of course, I was excited about Donald Glover being cast as Lando Calrissian way before the trailer came out. I'm just saying that, if anything, the trailer got me more excited for more Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. Chewbacca feels like Chewbacca. I mean, pretty hard to mess that up. But the prequels managed to find a way to do that by making him totally CGI, but we won't talk about that right now. But yeah, you get Woody Harrelson's character trying to recruit a team or put a team together. You got Emilia Clarke's character. And the thing about this trailer is that it reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy, which is weird because when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, people were like, wow, that looks like Star Wars. Now the new Han Solo movie trailer came out. People were like, wow, that feels like Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's weird because every movie franchise, Star Wars was the gold standard. Now it looks like Star Wars wants to be like other movie franchises, which I don't want that. Star Wars is supposed to be separate. It's supposed to be different. But as long as these movies are good, I'm not going to complain that much. One last thing about the Han Solo movie trailer. What would any new Disney Star Wars movie be without a tentacle monster? Of course, another tentacle monster is in the trailer, just like there was a tentacle monster in some of the worst CGI I've ever seen in The Force Awakens. And there was a tentacle monster in Rogue One that really served no purpose. And there was a lack of tentacle monster in The Last Jedi. But they're bringing the tentacles back in Han Solo. Yeah, I have no idea what's up with the people in charge of the Disney Star Wars movies and tentacles, but I'm not going to ask. Ugh. Anyways, another preview that was shown during the Super Bowl was the preview to Avengers Infinity War. This is what Marvel can do. They don't need to show a full trailer. They can just show you 30 seconds of one of their characters just standing there, and you'll all automatically go to it. But of course, since Marvel is so kind and gracious, they did put a lot of action into the 30-second spot. You have Iron Man, Captain America in his new shield, rocking the beard. I like it. And his new shield looks like it's Wakandan, if that's the proper term. But yeah, it's not the round disc shield that we're so used to seeing, which I'm a little disappointed by because I want to see Captain America with his shield one last time, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. You also get Spider-Man in his regular Spider-Man uniform, not in the Iron Spider outfit just yet. And he looks like he's clinging to some sort of spaceship or something, some sort of device. I'm not sure what that's all about, but I'm excited for Spider-Man getting some action in this movie. I didn't think he would. You get the Guardians of the freaking Galaxy in the trailer. You get Nebula for like half a second. You get Thor with his eye patch. And you got Doctor Strange and Iron Man looking like they're doing a combo there with Doctor Strange making one of his projections and Tony Stark using his gauntlet to hold it or something like that. So, yeah, this is the cool stuff that I want to see in Infinity War. And I'm super excited. It's my most anticipated movie of the year. And this is what it's been all building up towards, folks. The Avengers, the Civil War, Avengers Age of Ultron, all the solo movies, Guardians of the Galaxy. We're going to get to see all these heroes fighting Thanos, and it is going to be epic. I kid you not. It is going to be the most epic thing you will ever see. But besides my most anticipated movie of the year, let's go to my second most anticipated movie of the year. Today, the Deadpool movie dropped a new trailer. I was pleasantly surprised with what I saw. And before I talk about what was in the trailer, here is a synopsis of the movie. And it looks like they're going for a more emotional, serious kind of vibe with this. After surviving a near-fatal bovine attack, a disfigured cafeteria chef, Wade Wilson, struggles to fulfill his dream of becoming Mayberry's hottest bartender, while also learning to cope with his lost sense of taste. Searching to regain his spice for life, as well as a flux capacitor, Wade must battle ninjas, the Yakuza, and a pack of aggressive canines as he journeys around the world to discover the importance of family, friendship, and flavor. Finding a new taste for adventure and earning the coveted coffee mug title of World's Best Lover. Yes, I can see they're going for more heart and a serious tone for this film, which is what I expected. Because when you see a Deadpool movie, that's exactly what you want. I'm joking. This movie sounds as ridiculous as I want it to. And that's the thing about Deadpool. He is quite possibly the funniest comic book character of all time, and he's my favorite character ever. And they've also released some more marketing pictures for the movie. You got a picture of Deadpool doing a flash dance or something with instead of a bucket of water falling down, pouring on him, you have a bunch of bullets falling on him, which of course that's keeping with Deadpool and who he is. You've got Wade Wilson in a sweater vest with a whole bunch of the other characters from the movie. You have Cable. We'll get to him in a second. You get Domino, Dopinder, who is also in this movie. He was in the last movie. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who's going to be in this movie. Colossus, Weasel, Vanessa, and Blind Al. All of them are going to be returning for the movie and be starring in this film, which I'm excited because I loved all those characters from the last movie. I cared about every single one of them. Or not exactly cared about what happened to him, because Weasel, he's a dirtbag, but I was very interested in his relationship with Wade. And their camaraderie was really fun to watch. But let's go on to some of the stuff that was in the trailer. So it starts off with Cable in a post-apocalyptic future, kind of like what we saw in Days of Future Past. I'm not sure if it's in the same continuity. I doubt it, because the Fox X-Men continuity is really messed up. Anyways, yeah, if you look closely, he has his teddy bear, which that teddy bear is going to play some significance to Cable's character, because if I'm making an educated guess, that teddy bear is going to belong to Hope Summers. And that is, if that last name sounds familiar to you, that's because she is she is related to Scott Summers, aka Cyclops from the X-Men. And another thing is that Cable is also the son of Cyclops. So maybe we'll get a cameo or some mention of Cyclops and Jean Grey in this movie. I don't know. Probably. Most likely. But I hope they do. If I'm a betting man, which I am, it's a real serious problem. I need to fix that. But hey, $50 from the Super Bowl is $50. Anyways, you didn't hear that. But anyways, let's get back to the Deadpool trailer. Yeah, after you see him in the future, you see that he has a green screen kind of thing on his arm, signifying that the CGI for his metal arm isn't fixed yet or done. Then you get Deadpool pausing it and making a jab at the Justice League movie. He says, "Dude, what's up with the arm? How is it not finished yet? It's not like we're trying to remove a mustache or something." And that's a jab at the Justice League, because the CGI they used to remove Henry Cavill's mustache was pretty noticeable to some people. In fact, most people. So anyways, Deadpool's like, forget it, I'll show them what's going on in the movie myself. And then you see him playing with two action figures, and you see him dressed up as Woody from Toy Story, and more Deadpool antics that I don't feel comfortable talking about on the radio ensue. But anyways, they get back to the actual movie, and you see that it looks like he has some new allies. You have Negasonic Teenage Warhead, you have Domino, and some other guy, I'm not sure who it is. Looks like they're all coming out of a helicopter, helicarrier. And it looks like Terry Crews is in the movie. I'm excited about that because I like Terry Crews. Anyways, are the villains going to be the Purifiers? They are an anti-mutant. They are a mutant response division in the comics, and you see that there is a sign in the trailer that says purity, humanity, infinity. So yeah, they might be the main bad guys in the movie. And it looks like Deadpool is going to be doing a prison break. It looks like he's in prison in the movie. And it looks like Cable is invading his home, Deadpool's home, and you have Blind Al pulling out a gun in the wrong direction, with Deadpool having to redirect it. So yeah, but yeah, I'm really excited for this movie. Deadpool was one of my favorite movies of 2016, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. Anyways, on to our next topic. You are excited for that Fox and Disney deal, which we all assumed was finalized, it might not exactly be, because it's reported that Comcast and Universal Studios are trying to still trying to buy Fox, which I think is weird. There's no way they're going to compete with Disney. They will not be able to offer enough money because, as we all know, Disney is a powerhouse. They will literally buy anything. They own everything. They own ESPN. They own the Muppets. They own Marvel. They own Star Wars. They own me. They own you. They own the entire planet because that is Disney. And anybody that disobeys Disney, they get the boot. That might be a little exaggeration on my part, folks, but I think you get the picture. There's no way that a company like Universal and Comcast can compete with Disney. So I think the Disney Fox deal I think it's pretty safe to say that it's a done deal. Just this seems like a little inconvenience, but hey, if Universal does end up buying Fox, I take back everything I just said, but most likely they won't. Anyways, off to another topic. The Black Panther reviews are starting to come in, and as of right now, as of the moment that I am speaking, it holds a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Some of the things that they are praising it as a character-driven movie. Lupita Nyong'o. In particular, the character that they are praising is Michael B. Jordan's performance as Eric Killmonger. I tend to believe this because, like I said tons of times, Michael B. Jordan is one of my favorite actors in Hollywood. I'm glad that he's getting so much love because after the Fantastic Four disaster, he deserved another shot at playing a comic book character, and they're saying that you really empathize with his character. Even though you don't necessarily agree with what he's doing, you understand why. And I'm like, yes, Marvel needs a villain like that. At least for their movies, you can't just have Loki and the Vulture be your only good movie villain. So I'm really happy to hear about that. They're also praising Andy Serkis, who is also another one of my favorite actors in the business. His performance as Claw. They're praising the makeup and the costumes. I'm really glad to hear that this movie is getting so much love, and I'm super excited to see it. I'm going to see it opening night, or at least I'm going to try. If ticket sales before the opening are saying anything, I might not get to, but fingers crossed, folks. My only worry is that I can't wait to hear the racist out there saying they're only liking this movie so that way they seem tolerant. Get out of that mindset, and if you are going to bring racism into this, just stop. And I don't want to hear it. Stay away from this movie and shut up. But anyways, to our last topic today, the creators of Game of Thrones are going to try to make some more Star Wars series. I'm excited to hear this. I want to see the Star Wars version of Game of Thrones. Maybe you have like a planet and their king and they're all trying to fight for the crown. It probably won't be that. In fact, I doubt it won't be like that. But a guy can dream, right? But there are tons of stories that you can tell. Knights of the Old Republic, Darth Raven. In fact, if you're giving Han Solo a solo film, why don't you give other characters a solo film? It's Han Solo getting a solo film. Excuse the bad pun there. But anyways, there are characters like Boba Fett that I know has a really big cult following. Obi-Wan is apparently supposed to be getting his own movie, so we'll see how that goes. A Yoda movie would be pretty cool. I do want a Darth Raven movie or a Darth Bane movie. A Darth Plagueis movie would be pretty cool. Maybe a Mace Windu movie, see what happened to him after Revenge of the Sith. I know that he apparently died in that, but according to some of the other people, including Samuel Jackson himself, he says that Mace Windu is alive and well, so we'll see. In fact, I would love to see another Samuel Jackson giving it another try as Mace Windu. That would be really cool. But anyways, folks, that's all I have for today. And before I leave, quick PSA, Tide Pods are for laundry, not for eating. Anyways, see you later, folks. Peace out.